Now, I hear you're involved with some other really cool research involving monarchs, and that you sent them into space?
Yeah, we sent them into space, and we had a wonderful opportunity last fall to send monarchs up on what we called STS-129. This is a monarch I'd like to send to space right now.
It's kind of spacey.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Anyway, we were able to send 3 monarch caterpillars up on the shuttle to meet with and dock with the International Space Station in November. And they were in a little capsule, a little box about like this. And we had an artificial diet in there, and they fed on the artificial diet, and they matured all the way. I was afraid they were going to float around in there. You know, you're up there without very much gravity.
Right.
I mean, really no gravity. I mean, that thing is moving at 17,000 miles an hour. You know, you got this big arc around the planet, so it's like you're in a free-falling elevator forever, right? And you wouldn't want to be.
That sounds exciting.
You know, you wouldn't want to be there. All right.
No, no.
So we were concerned that we'd have floating caterpillars, and then we were concerned that they wouldn't be able to pupate correctly. That is, to make a chrysalis. But they did that. They made the chrysalis just fine, except they couldn't attach it. And then we had these floating chrysalises in there. And I thought, oh my gosh, they're never going to be coming out of a floating chrysalis. But they did. They came out of the floating chrysalis. Now, it took them about 15 minutes, 4 or 5 times as long to expand their wings as they would normally. But they did it, and we were just going, wow, you know, they had all of these difficulties of dealing with the lack of gravity. But they compensated for them reasonably well. And so we consider this thing to be a very great success. And you know what? The best thing was we had 450 schools involved. It was terrific.
That's excellent. And so now they were up in the International Space Station, and they were confined to a small chamber. But what would have happened if they would have been released to fly?
Well, I don't know, but you know, I'll bet you some of them would have flown upside down, because you have no sense of where gravity is. You know, no sense of gravity. And so right, left, up, down doesn't make any difference. So I think some of them would have flown upside down, unless there was a light that they could fly to. And if there was a light they could fly to, I'll bet you they would have righted themselves and flown right to the light.